So one of the top 4 commandments is to remember the day, Shabbat, and keep it, and keep it. I was raised Southern Baptist, and my grandmother was fantastic at, it's the Sabbath day. We're going to go to church. We're going to come home and eat. We're going to rest. None of this. You can't do that. You can't do that. And for her, it was probably one of her favorite days because she did so much for so many. You know, the idea of not doing anything and just resting was probably her favorite day. For me as a kid, it's like, man, this really bites. Not getting able to, you can't do nothing fun. I have since started learning about these commandments again as an adult and under the Hebraic understanding of them. And this weekend, I was intentional at remembering the Sabbath. Remember this day, the Sabbath, and keeping it. Keeping it, what does that look like? So I looked up some stuff, and it's like, okay, I'm going to do this. I am intentional. I'm going to keep it. This Friday, I'm going to put out the tablecloth, and I'm going to get out the good china, and I'm going to invite people over, and I'm going to serve a meal, and we're going to open the scriptures, and we're going to have communion, and we're just going to keep the Sabbath as if we were one of the disciples of old. And that's exactly what happened, and it was great, and it was fantastic. But leading up to it, I was intentional. I had to put a reminder in my phone for different days of the week to remind me that the Sabbath was coming, so I would be prepared. So Monday's note was, pick out a recipe for your Shabbat meal and invite friends. Wednesday's reminder was pre-clean your house so you wouldn't have all that to do on Friday. Friday's reminder was buy your challah bread and be home at a certain time to prepare your home for Shabbat. And all of it worked out. My guests arrived. We lit the candle on time. We talked about the goodness of God and how He had blessed us the week. The kids are in the back hollering about bumblebees. We had communion. We shared the challah bread and our communion cups. We had dinner. I had cooked this meal this recipe I'd never tried before. But the essence of the whole thing is not necessarily the tablecloth or using Mama Dunk's good dishes or the matching glasses or the recipe of the meal or the dessert or any of that. It was the reminder that Shabbat was coming. Was I ready for it? Shabbat's coming. Was I ready for it? And the essence of Shabbat is the return of Christ. Am I ready for it? Asking myself on Monday, am I ready for it? Asking myself on Wednesday, is my house ready for it? Asking myself on Friday, if I prepared enough to help others be ready for it. It's been a glorious Shabbat.